This video is sponsored by Ultimate Guard. The holidays are coming, so feel free to use the link down below to order some Ultimate Guard products, like this Synergy Boulder. Ultimate Guard was made famous by their boulder, which now come in these lovely two-tone boxes, allowing you to show your guild loyalty. Unless you're a filthy Dimir player who is simply disguising their deck, pretending to be the lawful and righteous Azorius. Find out if your local game store carries the new Ultimate Guard Synergy Boulders, or click on the link down below to order yourself one from Amazon. Welcome once again to Commander by Danon. Today's video was brought to us by longtime Patreon supporter Brett. Huge thanks to Brett and the rest of my Patreon supporters. Brett reached out asking for a deck led by Kutzil, Malamet, Exemplar. He asked that the budget stay under $350. Brett normally has these decks built for friends, and this one is for his friend Dakota. So Dakota, if you're listening, be sure to thank Brett. Also, if you're enjoying my content, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate the support, and if you like the deck list, consider sharing this video as well. Kutzil, Malamet Exemplar is a 3-mana 3/3 that prevents our opponents from casting spells during our turn. Additionally, whenever one or more creatures we control with power greater than its base power deals combat damage to a player, we draw a card. Now, the card is worded so that if one creature or 100 deal damage to any number of opponents, we only draw one card. But extra cards are always welcome, so we'll want to make sure our deck has lots of creatures that turn sideways. We'll also want ways to make sure our creatures are bigger than their base power. But we'll need more than pump and creatures to win the game, and for that, we turn to our handy-dandy checklist. 50 mana sources, usually split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp, 10 pieces of card advantage, 8 to 10 pieces of spot removal, 2 to 3 board wipes, 2 pieces of graveyard hate, and 1 sudden I win card. Quick announcement before we get into our video. I've started streaming on Twitch. There's a link down below in the video description, but the address is twitch.tv/DanonWildfire. Feel free to swing by. I'll be talking about Commander, anime, manga, or whatever else chat wants to discuss. I just started a new job, but I'm going to try to stream on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays in the evenings. Command Tower, Exotic Orchard, Restless Prairie, Windswept Heath, Misty Rainforest, Arid Mesa, Verdant Catacombs, Marsh Flats, Temple Garden, Bountiful Promenade, Overgrown Farmland, Sun Petal Grove, Arctic Treeline, Radiant Grove, Canopy Vista, Croson Verge, Brushland, Branchloft Pathway, Selesnya Sanctuary, Scavenger Grounds, 10 forests, and 7 plains make up our land base for this deck. Sol Ring, Arcane Signet, Avacyn's Pilgrim, Llanowar Elves, Rishkar Pima Renegade, Mirari's Wake, Smothering Tithe, Karametra God of Harvests, Rampant Growth, 3 Visits, Nature's Lore, Kodama's Reach, and Cultivate help us to ramp out and stay ahead of the curve. Moonblessed Cleric, Esper Sentinel, Beast Whisperer, Toski, Bearer of Secrets, Eternal Witness, Eladamri's Call, Orin Frostfang, Inspiring Call, Hunter's Insight, and Guardian Project help us to dig through our deck and find answers. Swords to Plowshares, Path to Exile, Beast Within, Generous Gift, Rest in Peace, Return to Nature, Scavenging Ooze, Reprieve, Veil of Summer, Disenchant, Collector Oof, and Aura Mutation help us to keep our opponents in line. Farewell, Austere Command, and Wrath of God help us to reset the board as needed. Kutzil's Flanker, Miri, Weatherlight Duelist, Champion of Lampholt, Shalai, Voice of Plenty, Abzan Falconer, Good Fortune Unicorn, Dusk Shell Crawler, Luminarch Aspirant, Managorger Hydra, Kodama of the West Tree, Mikaeus the Lunarch, Defiler of Vigor, and Majab Rediguard Protector all serve as the primary plan for this deck, turning creatures sideways. To help with that plan, we've got Flowering of the White Tree, Felidar Retreat, Glorious Anthem, and Elishnorn Grand Cenobite. And to help protect us from board wipes, we're running a protection package consisting of Heroic Intervention, King Darien the 48th, Boromir, Warden of the Tower, Teferi's Protection, Unbreakable Formation, Flawless Maneuver, and Akroma's Will. Now that we have our deck list, we can compare it to our checklist. 50 mana sources split between 37 lands and 13 pieces of ramp. Right on target. 11 pieces of card advantage, counting our commander. 10 pieces of interaction. 3 board wipes. 6 pieces of graveyard hate in Scavenger Ground, Scavenging Ooze, Farewell, Rest in Peace, Kutzil's Flanker, and Return to Nature. 1 Sudden I Win card in Akroma's Will. I didn't want to make a token deck. I wanted to focus on creatures that we cast from our hand. It is all too easy these days to throw out a ton of tokens, especially in green and white, which is why I wanted to go for the non-token approach. We've got quite a bit of interaction, plenty of card advantage and ramp to keep the deck going, and enough creatures to be a threat. And if we're up against another go-wide deck, we can just cast a Wrath while all of our creatures are indestructible and win the game that way. Do you have a Kutzil Malamet Exemplar deck? What path did you take the deck down? What's your secret deck tech? Leave a comment below. Thanks for tuning in. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cutestuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, she can be reached at cutestuff.edits@gmail.com. Link is down below. If you're looking for ways to support the channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. For only $25, you too can have a commander video built at your request. I also wanted to give a quick shout out to all of my patrons: Waffles, Jiraiya, Danny, Muffins, Marcus, Squishy, Brett, Roxy, Josh, Sean, Pob Zombie, Mark, Borgie, Jake, Exiled Rogue, Nazwin, Pedro, Aranor, Tom, Echo Fox, Midge, Swifty, and Lucius. You guys are awesome. I post new Commander Deck videos every weekday, so be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified of new videos. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Commander by Danon.